Yeah, that's where it goes nuts.
So you're not actually gonna do a motion to accept the minutes, you're just
We
gonna comment?
can't really.
Right.
But we can put it on the record that
Okay.
we have reviewed them and they're consistent.
Okay.
And if it changes the heading. We got Emily as an alternate on this.
Oh, yeah, in the meeting. Well, she was.
At the time.
Yeah, at the time she was, it's changed on the agenda though.
Yeah.
This is you as the planner tech. Instead of the planning thing. A planner tech.
Oh, I didn't catch that either.
I was in a mad dash study this time.
I'm technically senior account clerk, but I've never made that a point to,
What's that?
I'm technically senior account clerk
Yeah, that's what's on.
on the agenda.
Under staff president.
Oh,
He had you listed as senior clerk up top.
Oh, yeah, that was never changed. Oh, that's where I was marking the planner tech for a
Yeah.
change, yeah. I didn't see it was still down there too.
Go.
So Emily, you want to do the introduction at the start of the meeting or the pre-meeting?
At the start of the meeting, because I have some reminders for
Okay,
participation as well.
okay. Do you want to, before we get into it, so everybody recognizes? And then reintroduce it at the start of the meeting?
What's that?
Do you want to just introduce everybody's role?
Yep,
And then in the pre-meeting, and then we open it up and you can formally reintroduce everybody and all your notes and stuff.
so
Announcements.
you're saying make introductions at the pre-meeting,
I'm saying yes,
okay,
that way. Two people are not gonna know, well, unless you send out an email, know your new role.
yeah, I can do
So
that.
it'd be a good idea to let this Tom and Carly both know
Okay,
who
yep,
Andrew is and
yep, Yep.
your role now.
Is the pre-meeting? Put on Zoom and.
it's live now, but it's not recording until the actual meeting starts.
Okay.
I wish these speakers or microphones kind of projected a little bit in here.
Oh, we don't have speakers in here.
Yeah, because like I don't know if it's just me, but I struggle even a little bit hearing Rick, very soft spoken kind of, and so, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, because I'm like, oh, move that microphone closer, but then I'm thinking it really would be helpful for like people in,
Yeah, because these go directly
Into the-
board that's hooked to the computer.
right, for just
For
for online stuff, yeah.
now, there will be a gentleman. The gentleman for 15 Pleasant Street.
I have.
Zooming in,
Yeah, I gotta watch for him.
yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, you're over here.
Over here. Jim's not coming, so we kind of slid everybody down a little bit. Those plans are big if you wanted to. You could spread out, I guess. It's up to you guys.
Just about the same amount of. Last 2 months that we generally have.
Why?
The,
Get it done for winter?
So far, there's 6 on October's, right?
Oh, good.
So far. And we're expecting a few more might come
Yes.
by Friday.
Well, we've got 4, but then you're gonna have
2 coming back.
2, you're gonna have the House of Prayer will be coming back. More than likely 4 Broad Street, this one will be coming back, and then there's another 2 that have contacted us and expressed that they want to do. The October deadlines.
I will not be here.
Okay.
I've got a few vacations. Nah. The,
Hey, Tom.
the house will be happy about that.
You might.
You Tom.
Oh, it's just the very.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Jim to.
If you want more room, we can slide everybody down. If you want to move down one, I can move Farley down one. Those maps are, their plans are big.
I think we're okay.
You want to?
I think we're okay. Unless you need more room for those. Yeah. I'll just make it out of space.
It wasn't.
Right. It's not the right ask what whatever you want to see. Absolutely. So, yeah. Yeah, for sure. When you look. Look at a site. it doesn't have-
Like my concept plans are kind of on the underlays or some context and.
And you
Yeah,
have
it's helpful.
the side.
Yeah, see them and get it together.
Either. Don't bring back.
That one already went through.
Outside.
So they went through the.
Somebody showed us the site, the other one's in the food.
Yeah,
It's very.
Got a, just blanket because I just got out of one.
Mhm.
Then we got, acceptance.
These guys say.
The other four did.
Zoning?
And Lord,
Thank you.
for that.
So, a little bit before you go.
I said, we approved the plan, yeah, but.
They started with that. And then I think that's why I got to get it, but it's still using merchants. Yeah. The one of the emphasis that we going on is things.
Okay.
Are providing us the minutes for the special meeting.
Yep.
And another we was a member of the board. Now we only have you and I as board members, so we can't prove it because we have no quorum to approve. So what we're gonna do at the beginning of the meeting is just review the minutes and, just note for the record that the minutes are consistent.
Okay.
Meeting. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's fun.
He's just, what's really fun is he's on the spectrum and they brought him in, they couldn't.
Awesome. It's cool.
Yeah. Whole new world.
Yeah.
Are we waiting on Carly too, or are we?
As far as I know.
Yeah, okay. Does anybody have her number?
I might. I have a number, I don't know if it's your personal, but
Sure, I guess.
yeah, sure it is.
Then choose. Use environment this morning to.
Is that on this? Yeah. That's what I figured.
And I left 3 years.
I'm sorry.
I won't be here, so.
For this, for the intent, so we won't have a full board. If Carly does
just
stuff.
3, yeah, 3.
Placing one of us off the chair.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
I think we could comment on it.
Yeah, try to do
Well,
this.
thank you. I like this, like, just some drill stuff. You know what?
I don't know any of the rules.
But I don't like the time of it.
Rick's got the chair, he's got the gown. He's the part, he's got his.
Pay attention.
I
Down.
simply
And
wanted
like
to
the
do.
logo.
We wanted to stay together in 5, that was it.
I think it's good. It's good.
We did.
Good turn.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I would say you take that name and then just mark option. You call their name. That way, like, I can all like the public know today or. That's fine.
Broad Street.
Only for.
It's right in the corner there.
Yeah, only for.
Okay, we go start.
Where the episode. Yeah. But you do it though, right? You don't
usually. Is it? It's.
You know,
It's this side.
Every once in a while, that's.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other side.
No, it is this. Okay, so the river is.
Yeah.
This one was confusing, all the roads are this,
that
but I
way,
think across the road.
when
I
you
thought-
go back, how much damage or something.
This is.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's, yes, this. I see where it's. Yeah, it's this.
Oh, I see. This is broad. Misunderstanding that.
This. Like, so this. So the- I wouldn't.
That showed the proximity to the adjacent building. This is the Y.
Right, yeah, you don't have to say them again.
Yeah.
They're not here.
Oh, I see, they're going right up the side. Taking over the whole side yard.
But I was always curious about that thing, how they should lose.
In existing or proposed?
Yeah, that's. They seem to have the same question.
What are they proposed for?
Hotel.
Habitation.
Yes.
I mean, Conex boxes, I've seen conversions to houses, but you know, it doesn't look like, you use it as a structural.
They wanna stack them and create 5 basically hotel units, rentable.
See what the elevations and here, you know, what is it all gonna look like in the end, if that's.
There are elevations. They did like 3D rendering.
Oh, interesting.
They didn't provide like actual elevations with heights and grades and everything that was one of the comments that.
Yeah.
Staff reported.
No, I see that, interesting.
Yeah.
Andrew, I didn't get a chance to meet you last time. I'm Tom.
Nice
Nice to meet you. Are we waiting on Carly or do you want to kick off the pre-meeting just because we've only got 20 minutes?
Yeah,
A
we'll
lot
let
to talk about.
Emily, sorry, go to Emily and
Okay.
we'll let we'll decide on
Okay,
which one, and Emily gonna run everything, so.
got it.
Yeah, I mean, you're in 5 minutes or so. when it's-
Okay.
Get going. Essentially, I think what we're gonna start doing is instead of, I think Alicia used to actually start going through the entire PowerPoint presentation in the pre-meeting.
Right.
The pre-meeting, we're just basically gonna sit down, look at the plans, review and ask questions. That way you guys have a chance to ask questions about any of the projects and not just sit here and, only have the opportunity to look at one project in the half hour allotted, so.
Got it.
Emily, do you wanna get started or you wanna give?
We can't start till 6.
No, the
pre-meeting.
pre-meeting,
Oh, yeah.
and then if Harley shows up. Try to.
Carlin Berry.
Okay.
Okay, you wanna show us the way?
As far as introductions go,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait now because these folks already know.
Well, they do.
They don't know Andrew.
I don't know.
Okay.
What's happening? All right.
So this is Andrew Dern. He's our new director of community development. He comes from DPW as assistant superintendent of public works. He's been a great asset to our team. And we're really excited to have him.
Yeah.
So a little background about myself, I was in engineering and planning for 15 years before I came work for the city. I was working in public works for 10 years, so familiar with site plan design from start to finish, construction aspects, so. Excited to jump here on the board and excited to have Emily and Barb with us, so it's.
Yeah, Barb's been great. Getting things in line since the departure of the senior planner. Keeping things on schedule.
Yeah, it's been it's like we were discussing earlier, we've had 8 applications so far for the last 2 months, was anticipated. A couple more, which is, will put us on par, but we usually have for an entire year, just in the last 2 months, so it's been busy,
Yeah.
busy month.
Tom, you know that Evelyn's not our alternate.
Yes, I do know that. So I did run into her the other day at going for Sailor's Beach there. Yep, know that. So that's great. So yeah, just look forward to working with everybody still. So
Yeah,
new chairs.
One
Lots
of,
of
same here.
folks.
one of the other changes, every month, we're gonna have minutes to approve. from
Yes.
The previous legal aid, you're
Yep.
supposed to do that. It's not been our practice, but as it turns out on tonight's agenda, there's the special meeting that we had, Emily was our 3rd member, so
Hmm.
the applicants wanted to proceed. Now we only have 2 members that voted, which doesn't constitute a quorum, which
Right.
doesn't allow us to approve the minutes.
That's fun.
But we already
Yeah.
noted for the record
Okay.
that they are consistent.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
So let's jump right into 100 Bridge Street, porch replacement. If you guys don't mind, if this is a new format, maybe you could share your vision by working with us to navigate these first couple things in the format that you want. Does that make sense?
For the pre-meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
Would rather save that for the start of the actual meeting. I'll give a brief summary. At that time, but not during the pre-meeting.
So I think essentially what the pre-meeting should be for is. You guys should review the staff comments, and then if you have questions about our staff comments. That the pre-meeting is the time to ask those
Sure.
questions.
Okay,
And then we can get into actually reviewing the project and everything, the PowerPoint presentation during the regular meeting.
what I'm suggesting is this is a 180-degree change from the way each of us as members
Yeah,
have sat here. So if we're changing the format, we should navigate this together so that we're all familiar with it.
Sure.
So I don't have, there's not anything really totally different, except. I don't wanna spend time in pre-meeting going through. A summary of each application and then doing it again. The
Understood?
PowerPoint. Is for the applicant's benefit and for visual aid as far as like putting up the site plans and the pictures and kind of. Keeping us on track as far as like what did
Okay.
Chris say, or what's the variance. I've included all of that. But the pre-meeting should be more discussion based, looking at the materials.
Okay,
so you want this to be led by the board then, not by you?
Yes.
Okay.
okay,
Yep,
So that
exactly.
is, you guys were peppering you guys with questions.
Yep.
okay.
And we'll just see what you have to say live during the meeting.
Yeah,
You don't see anything that could. Cause a problem with that you want us to find out live during the meeting, not during the pre-meeting.
well, no, if you have questions for us,
No, I understand that that's what you want us to do,
right,
but I'm just saying the pre-meeting is generally when it's just us on the board that's in the room.
Mhm.
I understand it's recorded and it's available for everybody, but if there's anything else that you want to talk to us about prior to the meeting without the applicants. That's often a time
you
to,
can, the applicant has to be allowed into the pre-meeting.
yeah, and I'm not saying that they can't hear anything that we're talking about.
Right.
Right, I understand there's people here in the room with us.
Yep.
And that they are welcome to hear any of those things, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, for the benefit of their time during the meeting, if there's anything we need to work out now. This is a good use of that time.
Yeah, we can have general discussion, we can have any type of general discussion about the project that you guys wanna have
Okay,
during the pre-meeting.
alright, that's good.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we start with the first document? We'll navigate our way through this and try to find a rhythm so that we
Yeah.
can act in the manner
Sounds good.
is expedient.
Mhm.
Okay, so first is the site plan review application.
Mhm.
I don't have any comments for 100 Bridge Street.
There's a cannonball launched in the south wall still.
Is that still there?
Yes. That's interesting. Cannot remove the cannonball, right? That's gotta be historically significant.
Is there anything on the seeker that stands out? Your specifications, the existing condition and some detail about new materials that are going on. Yeah, okay, that the new materials are replacement in kind of the existing material. Class application summary, these are. This is the complete staff report. This identifies also SHPO's comments. Curious, do we know what the level of detail is about the historic architecture in this building that they can be replicated?
You want to answer or do you want?
Which project?
We're still on 100 Bridge Street.
Okay.
Yeah. The question is, do we have the level of detail that will allow the applicant to refurbish in the historic manner that SHPO has suggested?
The only recommendation is as far as the SHPO letter dictates.
Okay, they want it to go back to the original character. Do we have any detail that
That's
identifies?
just that they really want the posts of the fort to be outward facing and the enclosure to be set back behind those.
I think if we look at the old inventory form, we see remnants of the
Yeah,
existing design.
I was curious about that level of detail.
Yeah.
The biggest thing with these columns, if you look for pictures, was basically keeping those columns consistent. And then setting the porch back or the enclosure back off those columns stay. More exposed.
So the guide to take it will be crisp detail.
Yeah. It appears the existing is.
For the next application. Next application is 15 Pleasant Street. It's guess I should state that we cannot take final action on any of these applications tonight. A practice that hasn't been followed is that it's called a 239M referral, where the municipality submits the applications to the county planning board. And it has not been exercised in the past. And they're now being legally compliant by.
For the historic site reviews.
So even the ones that aren't bordering county?
It's 500 feet, 500, right?
500 feet from a state road, county road, any state or county highway, SUNY. There's a majority of projects that come through the city. that-
So you're saying these in-kind replacements fall within those
Yes.
setbacks of the
Correct.
borders?
So all of the historic site plan reviews that we have tonight and that are gonna be in October. We have already referred them to the county meeting for October 1st.
Mhm.
So technically, we cannot take action on it until after we hear back from the county.
And the applicants know this?
This applicant does, the rest of them will be notified and full about that.
Yeah.
At this meeting tonight.
This one, I believe, was notified for the site plan, I don't know if, 15 Pleasant was notified. It was something that we were going through the process and caught kind of last minute.
Okay. So, as the pending if the new zoning update would be adopted by council and implemented, which would change some of this kind of administrative site plan reviews that maybe some of these aren't necessarily applicable, but ones that's just shingles or just whatever.
Correct.
Would they still have to go to the county then,
That.
as an effort at streamlining, but?
We're gonna have to look into that.
Yeah.
That I'm not 100% sure of yet because it's not actually coming before the board.
Right,
So-
again, and even if it does, at least it's not another board, you know.
Correct, it would just be the county.
You know, coordinating multiple board meetings.
We
Yeah.
can take an action, that's the recognition of the seeker.
Mhm.
We can do that.
Mhm.
We can approve the seeker, but we can't approve the application.
So in the future, would we just coordinate and have our meeting, have them come to our meeting after the county meeting? Or is
It's
there
hard,
benefit to also having?
yeah, because
for us first?
if they submit an application to us and everything is deemed complete. Technically, it's supposed to go before you guys and you guys deem whether it's going to be. Seen or whether it's gonna be tabled until the next meeting. So that's gonna be on you guys, but if we get an application before us that is deemed complete. It'll be sent to you guys and then we will refer it in the meantime, knowing that it has to go to the county.
And so that, just to make sure I understand the timeline, we would review it, you're saying we can take no action. But we can approve a seeker,
Yes.
could we give conditional approval for
The only
pending county board approval?
No, because we're technically not supposed to take any action. The reason we can look at the seeker
Mhm.
is because it's an independent review.
Okay,
If we took our action, so, if the county has comment, then we would have to rescind what our action was
okay,
and create a new action.
and then so month one, we see an application, we say, okay. Comments to the county, month two, county sees it, says, okay. Month three, back to us, to the planning board to
No,
approve,
because the county meets the first week of the month. We meet the third week,
right,
so theoretically, it would be a delay of that 1 month.
so, okay, so 1 month. 2 weeks later. They review it,
That's
weeks
my
later, we review it
understanding.
again. Okay,
Yeah,
so but
It's
it's a,
hard because the way the county's meetings are set up, it makes it very difficult for us. We actually had instances where, like House of Prayer,
Mhm.
they got approved. But they were supposed to have everything submitted to us 2 days prior to you guys actually reviewing the set of plans.
Mhm,
Because it had to be to us before it went to county,
okay,
for county referral. So it's kind of,
but so this will be a 3-step process for basically every application that comes before this board now.
it'll be close. Yep, depending on when the county meetings are.
yeah. The other change, and we should talk about this, is the process is going to begin with the building permit application. The person that our zoning ordinance identified as the building inspector as the person that makes the determination if it's a historic, if it's a 239M referral. He's the first person to review the application.
Right.
And the conditions.
Sure.
So he'll set the process in motion and they're looking to go back to, what our local law tells us. The
Got it.
process and procedure should take.
Okay.
You wanna discuss these or go through them once we get the application or that done?
I mean, I think this one for Pleasant Street is gonna have the same as Bridge Street, right? Which is anything that was on the porch
Yeah,
process should get called out in the,
and SHPO's comment would be,
SHPO's comment.
so they see, no, as long as it's replacing kindness, they don't have any problems with that. Is the applicant on
Or
yet?
not, no,
No, okay,
but I'll keep checking.
okay.
yeah, I guess the only difference between that one and this, in the, the original inventory form. I don't see a porch in that photo, but
Well, no, it doesn't appear to be an enclosed porch. This is an open.
Right, one's enclosed and one's not closed.
right, so the first one was enclosed, the second one was open.
I stuck the staff report saying.
Okay. Rise to the pledge of allegiance. Yeah. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United
States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could we have a roll call, please?
Jim Abdallah, absent. Rick Perry,
Present.
Abby Musser, present. Tom Cosgrove,
Yes.
Harley Leary, absent.
Okay, tonight our staff, this is the inaugural meeting for the new city community development director and our new planning board director. Welcome and thank you both for being here to help, and Barb is our senior. You said it's mislabeled, Barb, so what's the technical?
Oh, senior account clerk, it's
Okay,
just
so
the
that
header.
is correct. The first item on the agenda is a motion to accept the September 8th special meeting minutes. At that meeting, we had 3 voting members, which has been reduced to 2 voting members that are present on the board. And without having a quorum, we can't approve those minutes. I do want to state as one of those 2 people that the minutes as provided to us by the city staff are consistent with the actions that were taken by the planning board members. Do you want to?
Yeah, and I would agree. They reflect my understanding and.
Perfect. Okay, so with no vote, we'll move into the first application. Planning board number 25-06. Historic site review for 100 Bridge Street, which is a porch replacement. And for some background information, can staff help us?
So 100 Bridge Street roof replacement, the applicant proposes to replace an existing enclosed porch with 9 building materials for residents located at Point Historic District at 100 Broad Street. Parcel is zoned R2 and is listed on the National Register, and we do have the applicants in attendance tonight. This is a aerial view of the parcel in question. It is zoned R2. As it's a street view from Bridge. A little bit about the historical significance, constructed around 1803, also known as the Benjamin Ward House. Constructed, timeline is about mid-19th century residential architecture. It was the site of General McComb's headquarters during the Battle of Plattsburgh. And rumor has it there's still a cannonball lodge in the South Wall building. These are some photos of the existing porch conditions.
Is that the north porch?
This one.
Here's the lady, that's the keyboard.
It is not.
Correct, I guess. Yeah.
The north, if you're asking if the front porch, I think might be the north porch.
Like the street side.
Like Head Street side of the
Yeah.
front, and that's the one with the fancy architectural,
The acorn drops that it
Yeah.
mentioned.
yeah, that's, the acorn drops are actually around the roof.
Okay.
Main structure. You're looking at. Does it make a tie?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can
Okay.
you come up, please, to the podium
To the microphone.
and introduce yourself to, our senior account clerk?
Help for the minute.
I'm Gina Baker. Sarah Larcher. I think when you asked about the porch being a north porch is because, one of these forms said the important things were, scallop birch board with large supporting brackets and acorn drops. That's referring to the main roof of the building.
Mhm.
Has it like a 3-foot overhang?
Mhm.
The decorative front porch, which they say is important to the historical, is actually not this porch, but it's the porch on the other side of the building, that over there. We did that porch already, and we enhanced that porch to take it from wrought iron to a more historical features.
Can I ask you to hold off and let Emily finish her presentation, please?
Next up is their proposed building materials and methods. So replacing the enclosed porch with another enclosed porch, vinyl siding and snow white color. Windows are as listed. And roof shingles, Sierra gray. Which we've seen a lot. So we did put out a shipper referral, SHPO basically said. We would like the porch to return to a more. Previous time period in structure, but they said, you know, we're understanding of the fact that. They want an enclosed porch, so trying to. Put the enclosure behind those columns is what their recommendation basically is. In a very wordy way.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't really say behind the columns, they said set back the infill panels from the front edge of the post, so the post remain primarily visual element. That is on paragraph 4, section C, which we 100% were going to do from day one.
Mhm.
So there's no problem there.
Shifting gears slightly, so we do, if you will take a look at the staff report. There is standards for review for the Department of the Interior classifying this historic site review. There is a table listed with questions to consider. That the board will have to go through tonight. To make a determination, of the treatment of this historic property. Staff is recommending rehabilitation as the standard for review.
So essentially, you guys have to go through and then. Kind of see her, just.
Yeah. Um, Does that include the?
Yeah,
presentation on the-
It's this recommendation of the staff that. The application is complete, or meets the requirements of the historic site review process, and. That any comments or modifications requested by the planning board. Understood,
Okay.
that's all, yep.
We, to do a little housekeeping here. We cannot take action tonight on anything other than the seeker. But what we can do is, establish the format moving forward as to, if staff has any comment or the board has any comment, recommendations, things that they would like to see bring the standards of SHPO and your desire to renovate the property together, and we obviously applaud you for your efforts and, bringing the character of the building back together. So thank you for doing that. So that's where we're at pretty much. Do you have anything more to add than Emily's presentation? If you,
Few things.
sure,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, so, I think to make you more comfortable with the house in general. Looking at it from more than just the two angles that we have seen it from. Can I show you these pictures?
Absolutely.
Sure,
You want to
great.
submit these as part of your, okay.
So. Looking at the historical, papers from Albany and them thinking that we want to take it back a little bit. One of my questions became, what decade do we take it back to and mirror? Okay, and one thing I don't think you guys have seen is, am I wrong interpreting? Am I wrong interpreting that they are saying it's okay to enclose it because we understand that you're using it in this decade? So we have no questions as to whether or not it's gonna be re-enclosed. Am I okay to say that? Understand that?
Well, it's a good question. What we'd like to do is, first have Barb log these in as, part of the testimony.
Right.
And then, we will try to help you answer that question.
Alright,
Clarify.
um,
And do you have anything more you'd like to add?
yes. I can explain the pictures of what I brought in.
And we just have Barb note, these will be part of the permanent record. You want to.
Not everybody brings their own photos, thank you.
These are all different.
They are all different.
Should we number them for reference?
Yeah.
I'll just put one here. Okay, so you're submitting 5 additional pictures that were in the packet. Okay, I just put a little number there.
Tom, just, it's.
That's an idea. That's the other board, this second picture, this is, okay, got it, and so this is the one that's not being modified at this time. Right,
That's pretty much.
no, this is facing east.
No, I think,
See, this is-
I think this is the east porch. This faces Pike, no, Pike, and this place is Bridge.
So that one, the picture on top is the north porch, which I believe has the most historical significance. And then the picture on the bottom faces the east, which is not the one that they talk about in the
1978.
the blue, if you look at the blue sheet, I guess it's not blue in the packet with this sheet right here. When they're talking about the north porch, they're talking about the one that's not being modified as part of this project.
So just to make this clear, because I believe. Bridge Street runs east-west, no? What, why?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and this
Yep.
porch that we're calling the east porch is on the north side of the house.
Okay, north, all right, yes, yes, you're right.
Right, so that dot, that blue dot on there is the north side of the house, that's where the enclosed porch is.
Yeah,
Okay, got it,
Yeah,
alright.
that's what I'm just trying to.
And then the other porch that you're referring to, this one that's already been redone. Is on the west side of the house, facing Pike Street. Okay. Got it, okay, I'm on board.
Can you tell me which picture numbers correspond to
Picture, sure, picture 2 is the west porch.
West Porch, okay, and picture 1 is. the-
Picture 1 shows the entire house from, I don't know what.
Oh,
period
okay,
This is from,
okay, yeah.
but
1800s.
1800 is good enough for me. Picture 3, this would be this is the driveway.
Picture 3 is just, okay, so this one here is the east porch.
Okay,
So the reason I brought this is to show. That vinyl siding is all
it's
over
already
the
on,
house,
yeah,
all,
got it,
and this is the. South porch,
okay,
okay, those are just to show you all the porches on the house.
got it,
And this picture here is just to show you that this is the house we're talking about.
okay.
Mhm.
And
And this
your
is the
neighbor's
house next door, which is also same time period, vinyl sided porch.
Got it.
Mhm.
So Barb,
Thank you.
yep, so number 3 would be the south porch,
So,
believe. Is that right? This one with the driveway is this on the south side of the house? We get that right?
North, south, yes.
Yeah.
That's west right there.
Yeah, okay. And then picture 5 is showing a shared driveway with the house next door
okay,
to show same time period, also vinyl siding.
and number 4,
Oh, here's number 4.
Number 4 would be this would be the east
The
porch.
southeast, this is the south.
This is the south, so this would be the east porch, because this one's the west porch, yeah, and. Number 4 east showing the vinyl siding,
east porch showing vinyl.
yeah,
Okay. So I think the north porch is the one in question. The neoclassical north porch is a notable, okay, early feature. Got it.
okay, so just going back to your question, then the SHPO letter. And this is where I'll probably refer to staff on their interpretation of the letter, because they read much more of these all over the place. They are recommending that they return the porch to its appearance prior to enclosure, but they also say if this is not preferred, we offer the following comments / recommendations. So that is up to the board unless I'm missing anything.
Yep.
To say SHPO doesn't write these rules, the board can take the recommendations and use them or make their own determination. I'm getting that right.
Correct.
Okay. So hopefully that answers your questions.
Yep, go ahead.
So I'm praying and hoping that we're going to be able to reimpose the porch as it is now.
Mhm.
And then we get to the windows, okay? And the windows that are on there do not look like this. They do not have the divisions,
Mhm.
okay? See, there are. But the main house, the windows have those words,
Mhm.
the divisions.
Mhm.
So I would think that we should not put those back. I think we should put the kind that have that.
The 6-6. with the
Right,
bones.
yeah, right, but that's what I think we should do.
Mhm.
That's just the house.
Mhm.
I don't think that's clarified anywhere.
Mhm.
That's another question.
SHPO didn't comment on the
On the windows, right,
Really decision you guys wanna make that.
and that would make sense if it was an add-on.
So it's your desire to add 6 window.
If it doesn't stop us. You guys don't want 6. I don't want 6.
No, your rationale is right on the money because you wanted some consistency.
Right.
To complement the original
Right.
structure.
And you said you're all set with the presentation, so nothing else, so. It's okay, I'll ask a couple of questions unless you all had anything else that you wanted to share. Okay, so they recommended replacing the foundation of the porch as well, is that possible, or are you looking to just, that's part of it? Okay, got it.
To include the steps,
Steps need to be replaced.
Yes.
okay, you're gonna replace them with concrete or. Something.
Been
We're
discussed.
up in the air right now.
They have to have been in question or conversations been had.
Okay,
I don't believe concrete is historical in any way.
I agree with you, we just wanna help you formulate your plan and hopefully we can
Alright.
make it acceptable to.
I would say I have matched the style of the front. Of the porch on the other side. North, east.
Anyone have any comment on porch, they wanna make them consistent, the steps with the east porch.
I was thinking more of a railing actually.
I'm sorry, what was that, Gina? I can't hear you.
Just 2 steps, need a railing.
Oh, I see what you're saying, okay.
I was thinking more to match the railing style of the front porch. But then I don't know if 2 steps need a railing, I guess we'll figure that out.
Yeah, the code enforcement officer, I believe there's certain
I would
height
think, I would
thresholds.
think you want.
It's just
I would
nice to
think
have
we
as
want-
well.
We want, as landlords.
Right.
Yeah, so looking at the. Oh, the other photos,
Oh, part of
I don't know which one's more historic, this is from 1978, but that was taken from. Obviously older, it looks like,
And I think that's about. I think that might be about 1811.
well, look, yeah, they
That's
didn't
about
even,
3 feet.
so look at that, they didn't even have
Enclosure of any,
railings.
That's right.
Yeah. Mhm.
and actually didn't have the fancy poles either, you just had.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that's what it said, that it was added on. Or it was modernized in the mid-19th century, so mid-1800s, with more of a cottage style feeling, but. That actually,
I don't know, what is it, what needs?
right. 1821. So. Well, based on Shippo's letter, you know, they're basically saying if you essentially took out the infill siding and windows and door and just were left with what was like the older porch. You redo the porch to look like that, and then you put your infill back in and make it,
Not at the front of the post, set back from the,
I mean, I see that they are already, like you said,
yeah,
exposed.
not that much though,
Mhm.
they, you can hardly see them.
Mhm,
Sure.
So I think we could probably settle back a little bit, but still maintain the structure
mhm,
of supporting
mhm,
the header.
yeah. So what is the, you have a contractor you're working with that you've
We did.
planned all this through?
And they,
So what is their
FBI.
plan to kind of,
well, no, the
fix
contractor that
the-
we had said, no problem, just redoing those posts, making them, you know, molding, you
Okay.
know.
so that's their plan, yeah, is to,
Yeah, right.
if it's too far deteriorated, replace the little pieces, but
Oh,
how to
there's nothing
recreate the
on this
molding.
porch that can be used. units.
Okay, so it'll be a
Uh,
complete tear down and then they'll just replicate the
Right.
existing from,
There's no wood there to be salvaged.
got it, so they'll take pictures or they'll cast it or find something that's appropriate, okay.
Mhm.
And then your question was about the infill, so then they would build the post up like the porch, as though it was not an enclosed porch, I guess, and then enclose it with the in-kind, putting vinyl siding on the siding areas there. And you're saying that will match the other 2 of the 3 sides of the structure at that point. And that's.
Shown in the south portion.
Yeah, showing the south and the east, okay.
Mhm.
Got it. All right.
I have.
Yeah.
If we have more of the posts showing. The windows won't be flush with the posts right now,
Mhm,
windows will be inset,
mhm.
A little bit.
Yeah.
They have to.
so is that acceptable?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that. The SHPO letter, I'll just read the SHPO, read it right off from the SHPO letter from this. So it's point 3, I think that they refer to, and that's what they're going back to, so yeah, thanks for pulling that up. We understand that the function of an enclosed porch may be an important factor for this house and that the infill is necessary for this function. We recommend that the porch reconstruction include infill that is more contemporary, complementary to the historic building and utilizes compatible materials and windows. The infill should continue to not obscure the existing historic details. We recommend setting the infill panels back from the front edge of the posts so the posts remain the primary visual element. They don't give you a distance, but I think, you know, what they're saying from this is that the infill doesn't obscure it or
Yeah.
hide it in that case.
It's not historically significant to have those windows aligned with the posts because they are the infill, so having
Right.
them subservient to the visual. The
Right.
posts is acceptable,
So
yeah.
it's like half of the post shows, we think that's construction
I'm
capable?
thinking about the wall.
It'll be the wall
behind it,
thickness and
just
how,
The window,
Right.
yeah,
it's gonna put most of the posts on the outside,
Hmm.
because the wall will go behind it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I remember you said, and that's also gonna make a lip
so what, yeah, the only thing I'd be concerned about is,
For the floor,
rain.
the water, I think you out.
Yeah.
I think.
Mhm.
If we go back too far, we're gonna create a problem with the floor,
so,
so
Right.
rain
right.
issue.
yeah, it comes down to the detailing, like what is the depth of the post versus the
Yeah,
infill
yeah,
wall,
yeah.
and can you do a narrower wall than a standard 2x4, or do you not infill?
6 wall,
Okay,
Okay.
for it to be insulated,
to be insulated.
okay,
Mhm.
got it.
Yeah, my concern just out of durability would be creating that lip
Right.
then, so you just have to have that
Water.
flashed well.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
So they could, yeah, your contractor could come up with a detail that would make sure that it sheds water and doesn't create an issue with that setback, I guess.
Mhm.
Unless you eliminate that, go
And
straight.
it goes straight down, right?
That means the post. The post and the foundations. Well, the post will set out a foundation, which is the size
So
of
the
the.
posts will go down farther than they do now.
Right, potentially they would go, the post would be more structural, they would
Right.
be, you know,
Right, directly on the sonotube.
When they would, so
yeah,
we won't have that 18 inches of raccoon home.
there you go,
That's
So-
there you go, yeah,
But you're not dropping the floor of your porch.
No, no. No,
But-
just going right to the down the front all the way, instead of stopping here
yeah,
and putting lattice work
right.
Okay,
for the.
so yeah,
raccoons.
now I would think that would kind of change the architectural character, like,
Because we're now built up,
well, I think you'd
Sure.
want that, the recreation, you wouldn't want to push the length of that post down. You'd want it to stop there, and maybe it still continues down, but it is some sort of different color or
Stop at
intro.
that floor level.
Different colors.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're kind of looking at to extend the height of these posts, you know, build them down to this. You'd be changing I shouldn't draw on that, changing those proportions or changing that. So I think you would still want to retain this ratio or relationship of that column detail and maybe you're structurally behind the scenes, you know, you're extending this down and going on your sonotube, but that's covered by a skirt board or something like. Because otherwise you would be changing the overall historic character,
Right.
how it looks. Yeah, I mean, ideally there would be, you know, an elevation or section shared that kind of depicts this so that we're all on the same page with the contractor and whatnot. However, I don't know that the nature of how you're working with him, is he kind of sketching up stuff that you're,
Quick,
We haven't
okay,
narrowed it down,
because
the first guy,
yeah,
I won't go into detail,
that's,
the first guy didn't work out.
Sure.
So we're gonna work on another contractor.
mhm.
I've got some calls into some other people. Get some estimates.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with, you know, doing the infill again,
Okay.
following the guidance of Chip Odo, kind of giving priority to that historic
Yeah.
frame, and then you do your little infills.
Yeah, yeah.
And then using the 6x6 windows is a good idea as well. Seems to correspond with the historic
Yeah.
photos we have.
And given the other photos of the other side of the house are very helpful for me, I think this board has not traditionally recommended any vinyl on any historic building if it was an original part of that home. However, because this is an add-on and because you've got these additional areas, the photos are very helpful to show that it's matching with the rest of the building. And it's not, you know, the centerpiece that is, you know, only gonna be in vinyl while the rest is all wood or something like that. So that would be, I guess, more in line with some previous board decisions. And so the photos are very helpful for me for that, as is Shippo's letter kind of detailing ways that you could still retain the character of that house without, you know, making you go to maybe a material type that you're not looking to do.
I got another question on, unrelated to the forest, but when we get to replacing the eaves,
Mhm,
which are dental,
mhm.
when we get a grant,
Sure,
okay,
sure.
just to replace those and get that painted, do we have to come in front of this board?
It's a very good question, and the answer is probably yes,
Says
but it
it's a
would
replacement, not
in
a
kind. So,
structural change. I'm just taking the board
Yeah,
off.
so essentially what'll happen is you would go to the code enforcement office with your building permit.
Uh-huh.
And then he'll make the determination whether it needs to be brought to us for historic site plan review.
Okay.
depending on when you do this, because there is
It
a.
won't be in this space.
Right, so there is a ongoing change to the zoning code that is being looked at that would potentially mean some type of historic in-kind replacements would not have to come to the board anymore. Things that are, you know, roofing and not structural.
One for one replacement.
One for one of replacement of those things. So if you're taking wood off and you're putting wood on, again, it's all.
Yeah, so
The recommendation is
essentially
gonna
that
come
would-
from the code.
That would
enforcement officer.
come from the planning office versus having to come before the planning board.
Right.
So then we would be able to review those and make those type of determinations, right? Out of our office.
money bags.
There's no-
Little housekeeping for Barb's sake, to summarize the application. Point one, the window paints in the porch replacement windows. They're gonna be more consistent with the main house and be a 6x6 window pane. The steps will be consistent with the steps on the east side of the building,
West.
west,
Lost.
the west side of
The west is the
yes.
front.
Those steps are cement,
Mhm.
so you're gonna want cement back.
Oh,
What-
I'm the one that said to match the front, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
match the front and then match the railings.
Okay,
The
so
railings, not the steps.
So the stairs, can't the stairs be wood? Two stairs,
it can be.
okay,
Is that what's on the other side?
that's on the west side, but not on the east side.
Okay.
What's currently there at this
Right now?
porch? Yes.
Concrete.
They're concrete at that existing porch.
I was
Okay.
looking for concrete.
I wasn't sure if it was like a slab of like granite or okay.
Yeah, I guess my question is more on the, more in the line of consistency is the concrete different than what's on the Peru Street side of the building? Or,
There's no Bruce Street anymore.
well,
Now
whatever,
Price.
Bike Street, I'm sorry, I go back that far, so.
Pike Street is cement. And so the one on that side is cement and the one on this side is wood.
Okay,
Which sides? Can you?
The west. The east side is wood and the west side is cement.
We're gonna have nightmares tonight.
I understand. Yes,
So back to,
your desire is to replace it in kind with the same material that's there,
I think that we would want wood, not cement.
okay.
See what happened?
Do you want just steps, or can we come out a little bit and put 2 steps?
I think you're okay either way.
Either way,
I think wood and cement are fine, I think stone are fine.
Yeah,
and can it be treated, or does it have to be something different?
Help us out.
I mean, I think it should be painted white.
We're gonna white
Yeah.
chicken board steps with white railing to match the
Okay.
porch.
There you go.
This-
okay, yeah,
so back to number two, you started out saying steps consistent with,
with the, whatever side.
East porch
The east, is east these balusters?
Yes,
Yeah,
with wood
that's west, this is west.
matching stone.
This was the east.
yes,
Are the east and
steps
west
consistent with the
balusters
east porch
It's a different house.
with wooden matching.
This is this is
Yeah.
the other porch.
Okay.
That's the side of the
the-
house.
Are those the balusters? On the east?
No, it'd be this.
East, okay. Are those historically,
Ever working?
yeah, yes, they do,
Those are, that's the, I don't know what year we did that, but it was wrought iron.
okay,
And we went back to that. It's all wrought
Yeah.
iron. And that matches these.
okay.
so 0.3 bar.
Or point two, with steps consistent with the east porch
Yes,
with wooden,
wooden steps
But iron.
and. What is that, what railing system made of?
White
Wood.
balusters.
Wood that, like,
Wood ballast,
and
it's consistent.
yeah.
wooden steps and balusters white, okay.
Okay. 0.3 is the infill and, you guys were more involved in the discussion, if you could summarize it for Barb.
Hmm.
That the record's clear.
The infill will be set back from the historic porch, recreated porch columns. And the overall height of the historic porch column should be maintained.
Maintain the aesthetics.
Well, maintain the height.
Okay, so
Mhm.
I think those are the added notes. Along with the staff report, we have this rehabilitation standard summary and analysis. We can add to the record, or the summary can be made at the time of the next hearing after the county planning board meeting. I'll leave it up to you as to how you want to proceed with that. It's this.
It's kind of, I didn't on my papers.
Yeah, this,
Yes,
this sounds like, yeah.
Well, back to staff.
It's just doing the same thing.
do this together.
Yeah,
Point number one, the property will be used as it was historically, or be given a new use that requires minimum changes to its, so regarding property use, there's no change in property use, correct? Can we agree?
Appears met.
Okay,
So you're checking which one
Appears met.
appears met?
historic character of the property, this is. Will be retained and preserved. The removal of decorative materials.
Distinctive.
Distinctive, I'm all over the place here. Or alteration of features, spaces. Relationships that characterize property will be avoided. You're not taking any.
They're putting it back.
They're putting it back, so.
We're also going appears met here.
Yes.
Appears met.
So number 2 appears met.
Okay.
Each property will be recognized as a physical record of its time, place, and use. Changes that create a false sense of historic development, such as adding conjectural features or elements from other historic properties, will not be undertaken.
Yeah, my only comment is, the wooden balustrades, I mean, they're matching existing on the house, so I think it's okay. But I don't know that that style of wooden balustrade is historically,
Yeah.
necessarily from this period, so it's kind of conjectural, but, because they're just matching what's existing now, I think that it's acceptable. But if it was the new element to be introduced at this time, I wouldn't want to see that.
We met,
Okay, so appears met as
Appears
well?
met,
yeah,
so to justify.
Yeah, no, I think it's fine, yeah.
change to a property that have acquired historic significance in their own right will be retained and preserved. Here's met.
Think so?
You want to comment with infill?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if those are historically significant, but it's accepted as
Yes,
an existing condition.
it's always been one of my problems, as you know, it's, you know, we have an inventory that was taken in 1976 on a property that was built in the early 1800s that was modified at least 3 times. So I'm not sure
What, yeah,
what is period, what is alteration, what is, you've done a good job giving
It's a
us.
yellow clapboard house,
yeah, it was rebricked.
so I don't wanna go back that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What point in history, exactly?
Distinctive materials, features, finishes, construction techniques, or examples of craftsmanship that characterize a property will be preserved.
So that's appears met.
Here's uh, deteriorated historic features will be repaired rather than replaced. Am I reading this for the record, or is it just for us to,
I think both.
okay? Where the severity of decoration deterioration requires replacement of a distinctive feature. The new feature will match the old in design, color, texture, and where possible, materials. Replacement of missing features will be substantiated by documentary and physical evidence. It appears that
Yeah.
it's
Appears met.
appears met.
Yeah.
Chemical and physical treatment, if appropriate, will be undertaken using the gentlest means possible. Treatments that cause damage to historic materials will not be used. That's saying you're not gonna use an acid treatment to clean the
The
brush.
cannonball. It has
The
paint on it. Just say.
Cannonballs painted. Architectural resources will be protected, preserved in place. If such resources must be disturbed, mitigation measures will be undertaken.
That's the cannonball.
That's the canon.
Pierce, I was gonna say NA, but actually, no.
I think that's gonna have to be a Pierce ban, yeah.
Okay. New additions, which are any exterior alterations or related new construction will not destroy historic material, feature, or spatial, spatial,
Mhm.
okay, relationships that characterize the property. The new work will be differentiated from the old and will be compatible with the historic material, features, size, scale, and proportion. In massing to protect the integrity of the property and its environment. I think you did a good job walking through these infills,
Mhm.
and that's basically what that might be. It differentiates from the original, but it matches the, and it makes it more, I would say more weather protected.
Sure, and I would say in this case, because it is an exterior alteration that we're talking about, and because this is final siding that this board is approving, I think the comment here would be that it is matching pre-existing vinyl siding on 2 other existing additions at that home.
And in that, the infill that it's
And
replacing.
right, and in the replaced infill, right?
Mhm.
You have that, Barb?
No, I'll wait to the recording.
And I think-
I got part of
and I
it.
think the idea is
Unless
that
you
if-
want to read.
if in the future, a different homeowner wanted to remove the infills, they, you could, and you'd have the porch looking like. Exactly.
Right, there you go.
New additions or adjacent or related new construction will be undertaken in such a manner that if removed in the future, the essential form and integrity of the historic property and its environment would be unimpaired.
Also known as number 10, yes.
That's what I was, yeah,
Number
what I
10
was speaking to.
appears to have been met.
Yeah.
Okay. Comment, verification, or made during the review. Okay. So this form then becomes part of the permanent record as well. It's not a. It's not a seeker. What this form does, it characterizes the nature of the work as being rehabilitation versus something other.
Reconstruction or.
Yes.
Preservation.
3 or 4.
Restoration,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Preservation, rehabilitation, restoration.
I think we can pretty much say that, we've established this as being a rehabilitation project and, it meets the criteria of rehabilitation.
Mhm.
So.
You want to open this up for public hearing? So yeah,
Is it-
as,
You did?
yes.
Okay,
Well, do we need to, is that before or after we're approving the seeker?
I think we do the seeker first and then
Okay.
we'll.
Yeah.
Well, it says public hearing, then motion to accept seekers.
Okay. I think you guys are okay to sit down now if you want. Sorry.
Okay. So. Are we saying we do hold the public?
It looks like public hearing
This
first.
one?
Yeah, public hearing stuff is on here first, unless I'm missing that on the
Okay.
agenda.
We will conduct a public hearing. I'll open the floor, I'll open the public hearing. If anyone wants to comment or discuss the project. Or anyone online that might have an interest in this one?
No,
Okay. There being no comments, we'll close the public hearing. And we have a seeker. Unlisted,
I believe this was type 2,
this one is. Okay,
no further action required.
okay. Can we have a motion on the seeker?
I'll make the motion to accept the seeker and list it as a type 2 action.
I'll second that.
Okay. Roll call,
Rick Perry,
yes,
Abby Musser,
Yes.
Tom Cosgrove.
Yes.
okay. That is the extent of action that we can take tonight until after the county planning board.
So do you want a motion to? table
Yeah, I
rather
just
than-
want to see if they had any, before we close the meeting out. Did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, do we do anything? Do we just wait to hear from somebody? What is our next step?
So you guys have been referred to the county planning board, meeting is October 1st. They're not required to go to that, correct? So we'll hear back from them and then you guys will be on the next meeting agenda again, at which time you guys have already presented to them, so hopefully it would be a quick in and out. We'll let you know when that next meeting is.
We meet monthly, so
Okay,
we meet monthly.
yes.
You, Emily, actually,
The 27th of October.
October 27th.
So does this formally get tabled to that part of it?
So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
then
to
I'll make a motion to table this application, table application. 25-06 until after the county planning board meets.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll call. Rick Perry,
Yes,
Abby Musser,
Yes.
Tom Cosgrove.
Yes.
thank you.
How are you done?
Thank you.
But I'm getting ice cream now.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
So Rick. Our next agenda item, the applicant is not online with us,
Okay,
so. We might wanna. Skip. To agenda item 3, since folks are here representing that application right now.
okay. I agree with you. You verified that there are no participants online. They aren't present.
Do we have
Unless,
to let somebody into the
One of
meeting
you-
room or anything?
sorry,
Do we have to let anybody into the meeting room or can anybody just join?
I had to let him in, there's no one.
Okay.
yeah. Are either of you part of 15 Pleasant Street application? Okay,
They're,
be no one present.
they're a family friend. I'm gonna reach out to them.
Okay.
So just let
Yeah,
them know
it'll
that we're
be-
on the Zoom.
we did verify with them because they did send an email asking if the Zoom link that we sent them was the correct one. We did respond back, letting them know that that was. They are out of town, so I think that's.
We ready?
Yeah, can I ask just a question, just because this is a new process for me? So, since this application can't be voted on tonight anyways, because we have to refer it to the county planning board for it to then come back in front of us again. Is there any reason that we need an applicant here for us to review that?
That's,
Yeah, so.
Legally speaking, I guess, like that's the main question that I have.
it's my understanding that that's kind of a board decision.
Okay,
There's different boards do different things. I'm a member of a board that requires that the applicant be is there, but I've also been to other boards that don't, that the applicant's there.
Okay.
I'm not 100% aware of a law that prevents that.
The only thing I'm thinking of is this is, if all that we're doing is we're going to classify this again as a type 2 action and kick it down the road a month. Do we need a homeowner here for that? Unless there's a series of questions that we need answered as a board. This is a new question, so I'm not trying to
Yeah.
force my way here, but I'm just saying. We're not gonna be making any decisions on this application anyways, because
That's
we can't.
correct.
So the only thing that we're looking at is this rehabilitation or not? Is
Exactly.
this type 2 seeker or not?
And I think they responded that the work that they're doing is 100% in kind.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shippo's comments were,
Yes.
actually, I don't think Shippo has.
Shippo didn't have any comments, so in terms of
Yeah.
applications, this is a little simpler than the last one.
Yes,
But again, I'm not trying to. Set a big precedent here.
yeah,
I'm just trying to think of, one of the things this board has tried to do since. Both of you all are new here, is tried to make. Get rid of any tape that we can, that's an administrative hurdle for people that are doing projects unnecessarily. So if that's the only case here, Don't wanna have anybody wait another 6 weeks if we're not even making any determinations for this.
Right,
That's my thought process.
is this also a public hearing?
yes. But we have to advertise, it. I mean, we can
Yeah.
advertise it again.
Yeah, and I think
Public
that,
hearing.
well, and I know that we were talking more about public hearings since the last meeting was held. Specifically because there wasn't a public hearing advertised, so I don't know if that's being done maybe more proactively now, so that way.
Yes,
There can be a public meeting because it's been announced.
Excuse
That
me,
way-
on the notice, all 3 projects were listed,
yes,
Yeah,
yep.
so could you? Would that mean that that was listed for a public hearing?
So.
'Cause it said items-
Because technically, if people had actually shown up to talk about the public hearing,
yeah,
then we would essentially be requiring them to come back, so at a minimum,
Established.
we would have to establish the.
Yeah.
The public.
Yeah.
hearing.
and I think regardless, we've got an applicant who's here in front of us, I'm not gonna do, something for someone who's not here before someone who is here, but just as a question. For staff, is that something that would? Cause any sort of legal issues for the city, that's the main landmine I don't wanna step on. So,
In my opinion, Tom, either you do it now or you do it in the October meeting. I don't think it's any more of a delay for the project. Project can't be approved. Either you go through the entire hearing now or.
it would be done
revisit
after
it
the
then.
county anyways, because the county would be completed.
That's when the action's taken, and you're gonna have one, possibly 2 new members that aren't here for
Sure.
the discussion.
Yeah.
Vote on it.
So, but I guess what I'm asking is if. Any applicant is not here, and then I'll move on, but if that applicant is not here tonight, it is still going to go to the county planning board regardless of our decisions.
Yes.
Made or not made tonight,
I'd have
so
to.
this is only gonna affect 1 month's
Yeah.
applications.
They're starting
anyways.
construction in the spring.
Well, right. Well, they said footers in the fall, no?
Yeah,
It doesn't, I
Construction this
don't, I guess I.
Maybe I missed-
The narrative I'm reading, I don't see that, but I'm not sure.
That's fine, maybe I misread it anyways, but
okay.
Maybe they have that.
We might have it in our board bylaws. Now that I think about it, I think it was. Talked about, if we have a copy of the board bylaws, Jim could answer it off the top of his
Yeah.
head, but. I think whether an applicant's here or not. As Andrew was mentioning, some boards do, some boards don't.
sure,
I think we discussed it as a part of the bylaws.
okay,
It says strongly encouraged to attend. For the applicants. to
got it, okay, so that's not required, but that's good, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. All
Yeah.
right. Sorry to hold the board up.
No, that's good conversation.
Mhm.
Okay, so did you want to discuss that now or just?
Let's go to the third item, so that for the folks that aren't here,
Give the
And they can
applicant,
read.
yeah,
we can revisit it
Read.
then.
right, yeah,
Okay,
sorry, guys.
we have, planning board application number 25-08. sketch plan review. Um. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Duo,
He goes by Dirk.
Dirk,
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes by Derek. Sorry, Kevin, I'm Derek. It's funny.
okay. Derek Tran, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do this one a little bit different, I think, rather than us have a formal discussion. We didn't have an opportunity in the pre-meeting. Did we kind of go over the scope of the project? for
Well, hang on,
us?
we've got a staff presentation first, don't we?
Oh, after a staff presentation.
Okay, yes, sir.
So this, 25-08 sketch plan review is for Quad Street Hotel Edition. Applicant requests to construct a new two-story hotel in addition to the existing one-story, 1,000 square foot beauty shop building. The parcel is zone C. Plan prepared of AEBA here tonight. Representing the applicant. Here is the property located at 4 Broad Street, outlined in yellow. This is the building frontage. Pictures. Very quickly, we can refer to. There was a variance. For this application with a side yard setback no less than 5 feet and not extending more than 2 feet from the existing building into the side yard. You'll see some renditions here of the proposed structure of Connex boxes for the hotel edition. Staff is recommending this as a type 2 action. DPW said that the owner will be responsible for the cost of any water and sewage upgrades. No other departments commented. And then here's a list of our staff comments relating to the sketch plan. Which we can go through,
Sorry, can you go back to the comments real quick?
checking to see if I had anything else.
I'm good if you guys aren't.
Yeah. You have another slide. I'd like to make a point, I will not be here next month, and being that this is a carryover application going into October. I'm gonna relinquish the chair on this and ask Tom to. Take the chair for this meeting. Just for consistency's sake. Do you have a problem with that, Tom?
We'll figure it out. I have a work trip I have to leave for that day. I'm still working out the timing of, so I guess if that's a concern. If Abby doesn't have any conflict, I think it would make more sense for Abby.
Yeah,
just to
when's
make
our-
sure we're done.
The meeting's
The
October
27th, you said?
Yeah, no, I don't have a conflict.
Okay, so I think
That
that
being
makes
said,
sense.
with salaries, if you guys aren't gonna be here, and Jim has recused himself from this project, you're only gonna have two people who are gonna be able to vote on the project next month anyways. So
It
you're
would
not
be,
gonna have.
it would be us and Carly if we're gonna. So I'm not certain that I'd be able to lead next week and I would work out maybe something else for
Like you're
this.
joining remote.
Like we're joining remotely or
Okay.
some other sort of option, but I guess from a chair perspective, I'm reluctant to leave anybody in the lurch, that's all.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Abby, chair of this, this meeting,
Portion?
afford you as big of a board as we can get.
All right.
We're looking for alternates.
Sorry, I was gonna say, I have to recuse myself.
All right. Well, so we had the staff presentation.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, I'm happy to go back to anything.
And you said this is the last slide?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
and we, okay, and this is just sketch plan, so we don't have any of the other items after it.
This one is also referred to the county.
Yep, and then we have a seeker classification. Okay, so this is just general discussion. So yeah, is there anything you'd like to share as well?
Sure, would you mind going back to the site plan?
Absolutely.
Excuse me, can you just state your name for the record?
Yeah, so my name is Michael Kuhn, engineer with AEPA. I also have Derek Bear, who's out and is a engineer as well with AEPA. So just as a brief overview, so the property on the corner of Broad and Turkey Street is an existing nail salon. It's been a number of commercial businesses over the years. The owner is looking to retain the property, but expand upon his income base for the property. So as proposed would be 5 hotel units. There would be a first floor unit, which you can see is the darker magenta. That would extend under to the north, and that would be for a first floor handicap accessible apartment. Along with the main entryway, which I'll discuss a little bit on the next slide. But then 3 Conex boxes, for lack of a better term, to comprise the second story, which would go above the roof line of the existing, so the roof would be modified from the existing building. The 3 Conex boxes would make 4 total hotel units. And then the center box will be a hallway. And I guess the main thing on the site plan is the intent is for the entire structure to be freestanding and not there on the existing building. So we do have some steel columns on this side. And then steel columns built into the first floor addition on the other side. So as stated in the staff review, we did go in front of the zoning board of appeals. And got a variance relief from the side yard, as it's required to be either 0 feet or if not 12 feet or greater. And we had outlined about 7 feet between the steel structure and then the boxes above. So the structure as a whole to the property line, so they approved no less than 5 feet. With no larger than 2 feet extending off of the existing building. As far as the site functions, the beauty salon will function as it does today. There's an existing parking lot to the north side or the back side of the building that will remain as is. There is an electrical transformer off to the side that is the property line. And as you can see in the red and yellow patching, there's an existing planter that we saw in the pictures. That would be removed. So. By and large, the site would function very similar to what it does today. We have maintained, I believe it's a 30-foot site triangle for corner lots. So the first floor would be angled to not restrict the sight line of the intersection. Guess that's pretty much it as far as the site layout goes. I did see the comment in staff review about the driveway entrance. That is the existing driveway entrance to the back parking lot. If the board feels it would really be a restriction to the vehicular access. We can discuss with the owner to slide it further to the south, but that's one of the things that would be existing. Would you mind going to the next slide? And review that? Thank you. So you can see the entrance here is the existing building for the beauty salon, and then the addition would be off to the side with that angled portion, and then the main entry for the hotel units will be at this entry vestibule, which faces the back parking lot. It will have passage through with laundry and mechanical room, and then this is the first floor handicap accessible hotel unit. And then a stairway to get up to the center hallway, and then 4 apartment units on the second floor. Or sorry, not apartment.
Okay.
Hotel units on the second.
Thank you. Is the downstairs one an apartment unit? You'd said the apartment earlier.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, thanks.
My mistake, they're hotel units.
Okay.
So that's sort of the layout, and understanding this is sketched, you know, we're looking for any feedback as we continue with the full design package. We did review the staff comments. I guess I would request a little clarity on the comment about the existing conditions documented by licensed surveyor. There is a historical survey that we've utilized for the boundary of the property. As far as documenting existing conditions, us being licensed engineers, it's typically my understanding, we can document the existing conditions.
Okay, I didn't realize, I saw the boundary line, so I wasn't sure if you guys had a licensed professional sign off on plans or how, so you just took that off of. Well, my concern is just making sure, because that old plan doesn't show the existing building. So making sure. Or does it show?
So yeah, so this is the historical survey, so there's the building, there's a property line. This was actually a subdivision from. No, 1985.
Okay, so when you guys did this, you went out and found monumentation for your site plan?
We haven't done the field work yet.
Okay.
But that's what we've used for the base plan of the sketch plan, and then we'll go to.
Okay, so when you guys go do the field work for the detailed preliminary plan, all that'll be.
Yeah,
Okay, that's kind of what I meant that.
okay, do you want to keep that? Or?
No, I think we have that.
Yeah,
Submitted that. for you.
submitted
Yeah.
electronic.
Yeah, you're good.
So.
So I guess I'll open for any questions.
I have a question. You said the Conex boxes are not gonna be attached. Making it a completely separate structure, or is the connectivity through the handicap unit to the Conex box?
Here,
Yeah,
it's too low.
So they tie it in at that point.
right, so from this vestibule, the stairway will go up into, this stairway into this center section. We just don't have any connectivity into the beauty salon below, and we're not bearing on these walls, so we'll have columns here. And then we'll have beams that run connecting these columns to these columns to these.
Is this a flat roof on the existing building?
No, I believe it has a truss roof or rafter roof.
So then this will become the new roof for it, in essence. Will have to be modified.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
as a whole, the roof will be modified, but then it will be partly under the 7th story. But the exterior walls are gonna go there with the new construction.
So there are 4 connexes?
3 will make up the second story.
Well, so this looks like just an infill.
Well,
There's not actually connex there.
No, this will be made out of a container, this will be a container.
So is it
So
double, there's,
3 containers.
so the walls aren't being shown of the 3rd container right now?
Correct.
Oh, so there are 3 containers. It looked like it was just 2 and then that was the space between. It
Right.
was created between them and then
I don't think that's the case.
it doesn't, the drawing shows just 2 connexes.
Center corridor, it's intended to be.
I think these are supposed to be the 3, 1, 2, 3 on there.
It's a little deceiving. Is it? Okay.
The floor plan doesn't represent 3, it just represents 2. Interesting. Okay, so all of the typical, utilities, survey, all of that stuff is forthcoming.
Right, so
Just-
just like
yeah.
you pointed out, landscape lighting, utilities.
It was all typical stuff that, I mean, it's,
Mhm.
would it just be sketch plan, we had.
And it looks like, so yeah, the zoning central business district doesn't require any open green space. I mean, it's an
Correct,
NA in the table.
correct, so we documented the existing site attributes and then.
So how is stormwater planning to be managed or improved?
What's already all existing impervious, so we're
Correct.
not gonna change the runoff. In any manner.
Can we improve the runoff?
I think, as you can see, there is some green space shown that, if we looked at the pictures. There looked like at one point in time, a prior owner had used it as a driveway, which people do tend to still pull in from what the applicant has told us. So we are looking to remove this strip here of asphalt and put in green space. And then I believe one of the staff comments on the planter box on the Turkey Street side was to look at doing more green space there. So I think in all, we will add more green space than the current
But-
is today.
So I'm just talking about not green space, but stormwater management and treatment best practices. Like, will anything be considered or incorporated? Cause we're like a block off the river.
Yeah. I mean, we can discuss it with the applicant within that green space because we was sort of a rain garden.
I don't know if that's the best approach here or not. Yeah, I'm just saying, but green space isn't necessarily stormwater. I mean, it can also just aesthetics, so maybe that's not the best approach in this site for stormwater management.
What kind of things did you have in mind for stormwater management in terms of?
I don't know.
Are you
I'm
talking
not-
about tying into the sewer system directly off the roofs or?
I don't know. Well, no, that'd be accelerating it.
Okay,
I don't think you'd wanna do that. Like, what options? I'm not a civil engineer.
no, that's.
I just know,
Sounds like
like,
that's a
anything we
point
do,
that
we
makes
should
sense.
be. Not saying cause it's already really bad, we should just keep it bad, but like improving.
Talk about it.
No, I agree with you, Abby. You can control the stormwater and the roofs. And you can direct them into systems,
Mhm.
rather than allow them to flow over sidewalks that need to be treated with salt and dirt.
Right.
So it could be a safety issue that with the application of a couple roof drains and leaders, could control it much better.
Mhm.
I mean, some of that in an urban environment like this, it would be like a tree well or a rain garden and do certain things.
Yeah.
Some of it may depend on where underground utilities are.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't have enough of that information yet, but I wanted to just ask the question.
Sure, and we'll look into that.
Yeah.
Especially in the planter box area and then the former driveway, we'll look to try and maximize potential of some runoff
Mhm.
improvement.
Yeah,
That's good, good point. The space under the last Conex box. Is that intended to be like a parking space? Is that fully go over the?
this little inset here.
So the box ends here. So that would just be,
Okay,
in the site plan, that would just be what's currently. I think typically someone maybe parks right there.
This area here.
So that could, there is I'm trying to, we'll have to show better, there's the entrance door into the. Entry vestibule, but this would be another area where we can increase the green space probably by doing something next to the entry door.
Okay. It's been a long time since I've looked at, required minimum dimensions, in a hotel room, 7 feet 3 inches qualifies as a minimum dimension for a hotel room.
I don't have that information, but I can look at that and make sure we have the code side of it for.
Yeah, that's typically not a question we would ask, but out of curiosity, I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm just.
That was
curious
one of the
about
ones that I had,
Or-
that was one of the ones that I had too for
Okay.
this, sure.
For
Yeah.
like sprinklers or what's
Yeah,
required?
so we. When we reached out to all the departments, we didn't hear back from the codes office, so one thing I was going to do was reach out to them and see if they had any specific comments about this.
I would imagine there has to be something in the zoning code for how much. How many rules there are about residences, that there must be rules similar for hotels.
There is, so the New York State Building Code governs that and.
Sure, well, I guess I'm saying in addition to the New York State Building Code, that the city in their own zoning code may have their own restrictions that they enforce in addition to what the state has.
The way that the city building code works is the city code adopts the state code
Okay,
in its entirety.
right, but then you can also add on, the
You
cities and towns can also add on their own requirements from that.
This city has traditionally not
Not-
adopted detailed plan that
Okay.
exceeded the state code.
Okay,
BTC.
That's I'm curious about the exit distance. For accessible.
I'm curious about egress too for this.
Mhm.
Most hotels that you go into have to have two routes of egress.
So I'm wondering if it's because it's under
One of my
4 unit,
questions.
because if I'm thinking multifamily
Maybe-
apartment buildings, if you only have like a certain number of units, you don't have to have two means egress.
Sure, right,
It's
is
different
that,
than hotel maybe.
yeah, is this something that you guys have looked into yet? Any egress requirements from code?
Yeah, so our office will be doing the full building plans for building permit.
Okay,
You know, so we've started that. You know,
Okay.
Next meeting, I could probably have a better summary for you
Okay.
on some of that building code
yeah,
analysis.
okay.
And is the mechanical system completely separate from the existing building, kind of how this is a separate structure? It's.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of like hot water heating and HVAC.
Yeah.
that type- Yeah, so it'll stand alone and.
And it looks like it stands alone entirely, right? There's no cut-ins to the existing building. It's gonna be on the same lot. But for all intents and purposes, it's its own standalone building.
That is the intent.
Okay,
So the mechanical room down in the accessible will service all the units.
Correct.
Yeah, so I assume, I mean, that'll be part of the building code review is like separation of uses and. That's not new
Wall
walls,
type
it's,
construction.
yeah, walls.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's kind of beyond the scope of this, things I'm thinking. City code cannot build on corner, interesting. So what's that?
So that's to keep the sight line.
The sight lines for the-
Section, yeah, that's a 30-foot dimension.
30. You can't exceed 30 inches.
Any plans for any like shade trees or larger?
Well, probably if we're looking into some stormwater improvements we made, nothing could go in that site triangle, but there is the green space between the neighboring property and then potentially. Outside of the landscape.
And what kind of signage is there any kind of other signage?
I don't know, we saw the comments in the staff, we haven't reviewed with the owner, but we will see.
Mhm.
Now, is that something signage gets reviewed by the planning board, yeah, or is that building permit?
asking us or the last guy who was here? I think it's supposed to be, I think it's both, right? I think it's building department, but I think it's also this board.
Yeah. It is, correct.
So. My stuff.
Just a point of clarification, thanks for walking me through all these questions, I always appreciate it. You got the 3 containers on here, it looks like you got maybe an overhang in the back, we don't have a elevation for that, so is that?
That's the existing, so.
First floor building.
Kind of looking at the back end right there.
Right, okay, maybe you can come up here then, so this is the. This is the existing building that I'm seeing here, this is the exit for that.
Yeah, so there's that door in the middle.
Okay, got it. So there's not gonna be any any additional build out into the parking lot from there?
Correct, we're not going to go any further than this. The access door for the first floor will be right about there.
Right.
Show that on the next side.
Okay. And then, so you're basically just taking that parking spot out, you're taking those trees out, and then you're building on top of that existing building, but you're not going any further back.
Correct.
Okay. All right, I'm seeing it a little better now, thanks.
Does the new zoning ordinance have, um, a design component to it?
I'm not no idea, I've seen very little of this new code yet, with 800 other things going on in the trend of this role.
That's,
Okay.
yeah,
Happy
well,
that- that's the
specifically
name.
So,
recommendations.
Will design review be part of our purview or?
I believe so. My understanding is that it's all recommendations
Okay,
and setting a standard of recommendations.
Yeah, there are guidelines, though, kind of outlining
it's a,
preferred
okay,
elements or massing or whatnot, depending on the district or the.
okay. Good.
have you guys reviewed any of that, any of the existing stuff that the city has put out in terms of what their new updated zoning code could mean?
So our boss is on the panel.
Okay, right.
I have not seen any
Okay.
of it myself, but
The thought process is, I guess, and he'll be able to tell you better than I would, but. Is this building going to be grandfathered into essentially the existing zoning code then, or is it gonna be?
So
If this project takes place through that transition, what's that gonna
So
look like?
because they have submitted an application under current zoning
Yeah.
law, they will follow current. law.
Okay,
I believe.
got it. That's what I figured, but I just wanted to check.
It's real substantial.
So yeah, there's more than just that at play, that's
Sure.
not just like a black and white. So
Okay.
there's things like, there could be a time lapse if they wait a certain amount of time.
Oh, sure, yeah,
So there are things that can affect that.
Yeah.
okay.
What is the thought on the materiality right now? Just what's represented in the rendering?
yeah, so it's like a stucco or ethos finish, so that's what.
And then is that siding on the infill at the end? On the,
Yeah, there's some sort of decorative feature there, I'll have to get clarification.
and then is this the actual conics
Yeah, I think the
material?
intent is to show the.
expose it? Yeah,
To kind of.
yeah. So I'm
Tie
curious
things up.
about just generally, coming to the building code and energy code and like, it looks like there's an infill wall for insulation on the inside.
Right, so it'll all be furred out and framed and. meeting finish.
Insulated that way, and then this is the exterior steel shown,
Mhm.
then this is covered up. A lot of details to figure out.
Yeah.
It's like simple in one way, but not that simple in another way, if you think about it. Yeah, okay. So in terms of the sketch plan review, I think, the staff comments summarize just a lot of the key elements of what will be needed for site plan review. Was there anything else that we've identified that? Just a lot of clarifying questions so far.
No,
but-
clarifying questions, I know, yeah. So, Andrew, from the city's perspective, then, in terms of having a hotel use there, in that case, there's no issues that the zoning board didn't think about or that the city is thinking about for that use type in that location. No concerns with that from a code perspective?
Correct, the code,
Got
code reviewed it before it was sent to us.
Okay. Alright.
So I think the only comment I have, in addition to staff comments, for the sketch plan review would be to in the context of stormwater runoff and proximity to the river, evaluate options that might be able to be incorporated
Okay.
that could improve the impervious conditions that are already existing.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity during this renovation or, construction. Do you have anything?
Just to answer Tom's question,
Mhm.
the current zoning ordinance in the central business district. Hotels and motels are an approved use.
Okay. So this would be the, am I wrong? This would be the first hotel in the downtown central business district
No.
that we know of?
Well, we used to have the Union, the.
Well, I know, I'm saying current.
Those are-
No, yeah,
Current ones, yes.
okay. Thanks.
Kind of curious about these rooms, house, soundproofing works, but. I don't access.
STC rating in those walls, right?
Yeah,
I mean, everything inside the boxes is gonna be conventional construction
Mhm.
and insulation and everything, it's really just the outer shell and starting structure.
another curiosity thing.
Yeah. Sounds like next meeting, I'm just gonna send our architects here.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, it's because there's not much on the site plan yet, so that gets
Right.
more interesting with
Sure.
all the building plans, but yeah,
Yeah.
when we have a detailed site plan,
Yeah.
we'll have more to talk about, I guess. Um, Okay, do we accept this? Do we do the secret? It looks like there's one motion here, so I just want to clarify, do we go through the seeker classification right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the staff gave their recommendation, that's it,
Mhm.
and you have a public hearing. This one have a public?
No,
No, no public hearing would be during,
No.
Next time.
so. What is this identified as? A secret-
Type 2.
Type 2? When do we go through that questionnaire?
When it's type 1 or unlisted.
Okay, so it's
No,
a type.
this,
so there's
this
some-
was an unlisted. Remember it had. Didn't have the classification,
Yeah, type 2.
okay,
That blurb I pointed out on your screen, is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
In
yep,
your- Yeah,
yep.
that was under type 2 because of the. The type that it's a,
oh, okay, yep,
additional on a building that already exists.
You're saying it's type 2?
Yeah,
Or is type 2 the same as unlisted? Because I'm just, for the record, it says unlisted on the,
who does?
yeah, this.
yes,
This is supposed to be, it's supposed to be unlisted, actually, I was looking at it before we came down here.
okay. Does anybody have the questionnaire that we could pull up? Is that beneficial just? If we're approving that? I don't want to set these guys back. We have to correct that.
I was just looking for the staff report that.
It's in the back.
Yeah,
all the way around.
yeah. Do you want to review, we want us to review this?
Well, I just want to make sure that it's got it as unlisted. And there was a conversation about that, so I just want to make sure that that's
So
right before we approve it.
Right.
If you guys are all confident in it, then I'm good with it and we'll do it, but. As long as all
So
the-
it should say type two.
It should say type 2, not unlisted.
Okay, so as long as that's corrected, then yeah, then let's vote on it. It's fine.
Okay,
Sorry for the confusion.
No, that's okay. I just don't wanna
Better to-
set these guys back or you back.
double check, triple
I
check.
didn't see that, I just looked at the section and when I referred back to look at the 617.5.
That was a typo on my end.
Yeah, all good.
Okay. So. Can I get a motion?
Yeah, sure. So I think you can sit down, by the way, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you
If
wanted
there's
to
anything
add?
else, good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. All right, so I'll make a motion to approve the seeker for application 25-08 for the sketch plan review listed as a type 2 action.
I think we're also in that motion, we're accepting the application as complete and providing sketch review approval as well.
Thank you, appreciate that. So we are marking that application as complete and approving sketch plan review as well.
Okay, is the stormwater as a condition,
Um,
or is that just a recommendation?
just a recommendation, it's not a condition.
Right.
And then are you approving staff comments? I guess would be the other condition.
I'll start from the beginning. Just for Barb's sake. How's that sound? Okay, good. All right, I'll make a motion to accept planning board application 25-08 sketch plan review to mark the application as complete. Pending that all staff comments are met. We will also approve the seeker as a type 2, not an unlisted action. And we are providing sketch review approval. I think that's all three. Yeah, perfect. Okay,
Okay.
good,
Would you like to second the motion?
I will gladly second.
wonderful.
Okay, roll call. Rick Perry,
Yes.
Abby Musser,
Yes.
Tom Cosgrove.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank
thank
you.
you guys. Have a good night.
All right, I can hand it back over. I don't know if we want to look at agenda item number 2 at this time.
It's up to you guys from a timing perspective, or if that sets a precedent that you're not comfortable with, doesn't matter to me. Applicant, I'm assuming is still not here on Zoom,
No,
so then,
Yeah, that's a good thing to consider, if you do this now, then you're gonna set a precedence in the.
Right.
future.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's entirely up to you guys, but precedence is.
Based on reading the materials, it doesn't appear that they're looking to start construction this fall.
that was gonna be my comment as
So
well.
I don't,
see a reason to set a precedent for something that's not gonna need the rush. So, yeah,
So I guess you guys.
so then we're gonna
To the table.
motion to table. Yeah, it would be motion to table, sure, I got the word. Thank you. 25-07
historic site. visit.
historic site review.
Perfect.
I saw that.
Motion by Tom, second by.
Second by Abby.
Yes.
Okay. Roll call.
Rick Perry,
Yes.
Abby Musser,
Yes.
Tom Cosgrove.
Yes. And thank you for that careful reading. I think I missed that on the first go around that they were.
We have any new business?
no business.
How do we, you got the advertisement out for new alternates?
We're gonna be,
Just a point of order here, we're gonna do a motion to adjourn now.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you guys were doing that in the past, but to make sure.
We
Yeah.
were, we just didn't know if there was any new business. So
Any other new business?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
To discuss.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 There.
7:38.